All right. Hi, everyone. It is Thursday, March 26th. We're saying the date as things continue to change so much. And wanting to mention, yes, we are doing these videos from our home as our essential personnel coworkers continue their hard work in the hospital. Robin, Lacagnina, and I can both do our jobs from home. Robin is the librarian for Golisano Children's Hospital. And I must say off the bat, too, a mom as well, like so many of us, balancing working from home and wanting to make sure our kids are still getting all the important information that we want them to do as they have these developing brains. So let's start with that. We want to talk about reading and why, especially now, it's so important.
Sure. Well, I'm sure a lot of parents are trying to manage, like I am, working from home and keeping your kids busy doing academics and keeping them off screens as much as you can during the day. So reading is a really great way to sort of engage your whole family right now and use it as a really healthy distraction to escape from everything else that's going on.
That's, I think, what all of us need, no matter the age, probably.
Right. Very much.
You know, if my kids are like others, they maybe brought some books home on the day, not really realizing that that was going to be the day that we stopped going to school. So for some families, maybe they've run out of books. Maybe they've read everything in their home. So people are going, okay, I know I'm supposed to be reading with my kids, but where can I get stuff when libraries and schools are closed? Any suggestions?
Yeah, I have a lot of suggestions. So it is hard right now to get your hands on books. Luckily for us, especially those of us who live here in Monroe County, New York, public libraries are still available online. So even though the buildings are closed, the librarians are still doing a lot of work to support ebooks and audiobooks that you can get access to from home. So I definitely recommend checking the website of your local library. Here in Monroe County, they use an app called Overdrive. Look into the Monroe County Library website, find their Overdrive, get yourself set up. There are all kinds of ebooks and audiobooks available. And I'll also mention a lot of the local school districts pay for Overdrive as well. So if there isn't a lot of availability or if you're looking for a specific title, check both places, the public library system and your school library system. All of this should be available online. Again, librarians like myself are working from home and they're working really hard to make sure that you still have access to all of the electronic collections.
Well, we thank you for that. I know we had talked a little bit ago too. You know, sometimes you're looking for maybe other people to read to your kids because you have these meetings that you need to do. I know you mentioned some great online resources of like celebrity read alouds or something like that.
Yeah, there are a lot of, you've probably seen in the news, and we can link to some of them. There are a lot of celebrities and authors getting permission. Usually on the internet, you can't publicly release copyrighted material. But right now, a lot of publishers are being very generous with their copyrighted material, and they're allowing it to be read online for free. So look for some of those if you have younger kids that need to be read to. And you're trying to do work, get them in front of some of those videos. Maybe you could find a video of a book you already own so they can watch the video and follow along at home with a book they already have. Yeah. Lots of things going on online to keep kids engaged right now with books.
That someone else to read while I try to get the meeting done. That sounds like a beautiful thing. You know, we're talking about younger readers, but also, you know, maybe kids who maybe reading just isn't their thing. Maybe they're struggling. And now as the parent, we have to be the teacher as well. Any advice for those hesitant readers out there?
Yeah, that can be really tricky. For those parents who have kids who are able to read, but it's just kind of not their thing, and maybe they'll read, but not without a lot of complaint first. There are a lot of tricks to get those kids engaged. Look for materials that are related to a topic that's really interesting to them. So like if you have a Minecraft kid, it's okay to let them read the Minecraft handbooks as they're reading. Or there's a lot of fan fiction out there. So try to find a topic that interests them and meet the kids where they are. Don't stress yourself out about reading levels. Leave that up to the teachers. Teachers are the ones who are worrying about, you know, Fontes and Pinnell and Lexile reading levels. Don't worry about things like that. Just find something that is interesting to your kid. It's about a topic that they like. Let them explore other formats. So maybe the chapter book is really daunting to them when they see 100 or 200 or 300 pages with no pictures. Let them find a graphic novel. There are a ton of regular chapter books that have been turned into graphic novels. Let them do, one of my favorite tips for readers who are reluctant is to let them do the audio and book together. So find a book. There are audiobooks of chapter books. You can get audiobooks of Harry Potter. Find a book where you can get them the book and the audio and let them listen while they follow along in the chapter book. It still counts as a reading activity, even if they're listening to it via audio. So it's a really good way to build fluency when you're looking at the words and listening to them being read by someone else.
And I'll tell you, I guess maybe preaching to the choir here, because you're obviously someone who loves books and reading. I know for our family, when I have that mom guilt of like pushing my kids aside again and again and again, because I have to get some work done. I know for us, coming together at the end of the day and reading together has been a lot of fun for me, but it's really beneficial, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And right now is a really good time actually to start doing some sort of family book club or friend book club where everybody in the family is reading the same book. And then you can talk about it together. You know, what was your favorite part of that chapter? Or what do you think is going to happen next? You don't have to get really involved with discussing and synthesizing the text, but just have a very casual conversation if you're all reading the same book together. Another good tip for a family book club I really like is to do an audio together. So every night after dinner, get one of the audiobooks. You can get it on your device through the Overdrive app from the library. Plug it into the car and just go drive around to get out of the house and just drive around for half an hour and listen to your family book together. It's a good way to change your scenery, but still stay distanced from the community, and then have something to talk about. And I really like, if you're going to do a family book, I like choosing books that have been turned into movies. Most of the best family movies that have come out come from books. So I like reading the book and then saying at the end, when we're done with the book, we're going to celebrate. We're going to watch the movie together, have some popcorn, and do a little book club celebration at the end with the movie.
Well, Robin, on behalf of parents and caregivers everywhere trying to make this work, thanks so much to you and all the librarians who are working so hard out there in these challenging times. Thanks so much. We'll put a lot of these resources she mentioned at the bottom of this that go along with this posting. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.